welcome to the very first episode of the Checiegirl Art Chat podcast. So, on today's episode, I'll be talking about why I picked the name Checiegirl Creations, as well as have a bit of a flashback of like how my business started and like what I kind of want for the future. It won't be a tips and tricks video, just mostly just a look back. I thought it would be a nice way to start off this podcast series. So I thought I would just talk about my slight little plans for the podcast. So they'll be around 15-20 minutes, and I'll just be talking about different art things, whether it's like my experience with a medium or, well, anything really. It's the start. I have a couple ideas, but if you have any questions you want to ask me that you want on the podcast, anything, just pop it down in the comments and I will see what I can do. So let's start off with the name, Checiegirl Creations. So I've had the name Checiegirl since I was around 7. I used to play this fashion game called Girl Sense. If any of you actually remember it, let me know in the comments below. I loved that game. The only reason I stopped playing is because it closed down. I absolutely loved that game. But anyways, I had to pick a username, and I wanted to have the username as Checiegirl, but I could barely spell at the age of 7. And before my mom could check my spelling, I had already clicked enter, and that's also how I got my email. So on my email, I had Checiegirl spelled wrongly and the username. So it was kind of too late. That was it. And I actually fell in love with the name. It's just stuck with me since then. It's been a long time, actually. So when it came to picking a name for my business, I started off with crochet around the age of 11. I will actually put up a photo of me when I first got like this t-shirt with like my business name on it. So cute. I forgot like what I looked like when I was like around 11. So cute. So I'll pop up a few photos like throughout the podcast so you guys can kind of see what I'm talking about. So yeah, I was like, Checiegirl, that'll work. I already have that as a username, as my like email. So I thought Checiegirl Creations. I'm pretty sure my mom helped me with that though. I've always been terrible at picking like names for things, so she probably helped me. So yeah, I started off as crochet, which is why you see some crochet like accessories and stuff on my shop. That's from then, and all links will be mentioned, like included down below. Like any shops, anything I will put down below so you can check those out. So yeah, I started off with crochet, and I did that for a couple years because I started like around 11 and I had a shop on my blog spot. And you can find that via my Wix site. If you go into Wix and you go to blog and you go to like the like first like date on like this kind of sidebar bit, you'll be able to see my very old blog post from then if you want to take a look. But yeah, I started just with the crochet and a website on the blog spot. And then I started art around 13. You guys probably know this already. And I had my first kind of selling experience. Like I put my first 3 pieces of artwork into a gallery. Those were my first pieces on canvas. Again, I'll pop up a photo in 2013, like winter. And I actually sold one of my first pieces, which was absolutely awesome. And then about like in 2014, I had my first ever market experience. So I had only sold to people like through like online, and my mom helped me with a lot of this. She helped me like run the website and everything, which was really great. I would definitely not be where I am now without my mom helping me. Yes, she helped me with a lot of these stuff, like a lot of the business things. And yeah, so my first market experience was 2014. I think it was like around autumn time because I was on the cusp of turning 15, I believe. And yeah, that was really fun. It was nerve-wracking, but it was awesome. And I made quite a few sales. It was really nice. So that was my first experience selling to the public. And that's my favorite way to sell. is to the public, mostly because I can like read people really easily, and I like enjoy being able to say, oh, so you've gotten this for a gift. How about maybe some wrapping paper, or like a gift tag, or maybe a greeting card. I enjoy the challenge of selling to people in person. So I did that for quite a few years. And then at some point, I realized that the markets weren't very fruitful. Now, I don't live in a very creative area, so I would have to like travel a little ways away to get to a good market. And my mom and I would travel on the train with like a huge suitcase, a pull along, and bags. And yeah, it was a process. But I realized that I had to keep on going further and further away. And when you're using public transport and you're having to wake up really early so you can get on the public transport to get to the place, it gets a bit tiresome. So I realized that I would really have to put a lot more effort into my online store, because all this time I did have an online store. I moved from Blogspot to Wix, and then to Ticktail, I think was the next one, and then that closed down, and now I'm on the shops I am now, which is Store Envy and Love and Craft. Again, those links are down below. But I realized I would have to put a lot more effort into my online store. Now, I'm not a fan of selling online, mostly because I enjoy selling in person so much. But that is definitely something I have to just bite the bullet and do. So, yeah, 2019, I didn't really do much because I was like away for a good half of the year. But 2020, I thought, as well as having my online store, maybe I should try Patreon, because I have a YouTube channel, but I'm not able to monetize because I'm such a small business. But I wanted to be able to make some income from the content I was putting out, because I enjoy putting out that content. I enjoy having a YouTube channel and sharing my process videos with you guys. But sadly, it's not giving me an income. So I thought I would try Patreon, and I did. And that gave me a better idea of like what I wanted to do with my Patreon. So at first, if you guys have been following me for a while, I offered like extra videos. And that was okay at first, but then I realized that all I was pretty much doing was just creating for videos. And it's nice to be able to create for yourself, or just not have to create in front of a camera. You know, you have to make sure you're in frame. If you're talking to the camera, you know, you have to like pay attention, and it's just not as like relaxing as just popping on a video or something and then just creating and then just having to edit afterwards. So yeah, I realized that I didn't really want to offer extra videos. So after like trying out Patreon for, I think I started like around January last year, and then I took a break from October forward until this year when I relaunched. And if you didn't know, actually, my Patreon is now launched, and again, links down below. I have 2 tiers available. One offers like behind the scenes and early access to my Friday YouTube videos, and then the other offers like downloadable things, like a downloadable line art you can use as a coloring page, and downloadable like bullet journal spreads. And that's what I wanted to do at first when I first started Patreon, but I didn't have the means to do that then. I didn't have a scanner, and I found when I took photos, it just wasn't coming out very well. As well as I don't have a printer to like offer any merch, and that's something I want to start doing shortly at some point. So yeah, so that's how my Patreon will be now. You know, it'll be like behind the scenes, and the things that I'm making, it's not like extra videos, because videos take a long time, and I'm a very slow creator. I take a long time to finish a piece, and then I still have to edit and stuff. And especially when you have like deadlines and such short deadlines for a slow creator like myself, I found that I wasn't really pushing myself and experimenting as much as I wanted to. So after I took a break, I was creating a lot more, and I want to continue creating that much and more. So that's why I will not have the extra videos, but just have like slightly different content that will not only help me create more, but it doesn't really take away from the creativity, which is really nice. And that's also why I've changed my YouTube channel. So before I would have a process video every week, and again, I have this kind of weekly deadline, and I wasn't doing as much finished pieces as I wanted to. So I thought, why not have a monthly podcast at the beginning? I don't really have to edit that. I just have to talk, pop up an image here and there, and then that's it. That's the podcast. And then I would have 2 process videos like in the middle of the month. And then I would have a monthly vlog at the end of the month. So that's how like I'm trying to make YouTube work for me, where I can still continue doing it, still give you guys the content that I want to share, but without taking away from other things that I want to do. And from doing my first vlog, my January vlog, I'll pop that up on an iCard if you want to check that out. I really, not only did I enjoy making it, because I just have to turn on the camera and make sure I'm in frame and I'm good to go. I also enjoyed editing it. It was really interesting to try to put together like the pieces and try to figure out how it flows nicely. And I'm really looking forward to playing around with that more with the more vlogs I make. So yeah, I wanted to make the editing process more interesting, less samey, and my videos less samey as well, because I found my videos was just kind of like the same thing, just over and over again. So yeah, I'm working on like evolving my business to work better for me, and to also create different like income streams. So I would have like Patreon, online shop, and then just slowly like branch out into more and more different things, more and more products. So I have a varied thing. So like all my eggs aren't in one basket. So yeah. I guess I can kind of talk about what products I kind of want to bring out. So I will definitely be working on bringing out stickers and prints, not only for Patreon, but my shop. I really want to do that. That's one of the main reasons I got my printer scanner. Yeah, and then I'm also thinking about doing classes, like online workshops and stuff like that. So I'm just trying to like broaden my horizons a little bit and not stick in my comfort zone too much. I found that I became stagnant. I would say around like 16, 17, I became super stagnant. And even though I might be doing new things, I wasn't really moving forward. But I was really happy to see my creative progress last year. And I'll continue like improving creatively, but I also want to improve my business and put a bit more work into like the online stuff, because I was pretty bad at that. So I really need to work on that. So yeah, I'm looking forward to like looking back on this video maybe like a year from now and seeing where I am, because I've kind of seen how I started and like how things have changed, and I want to like really make sure that I do a good job this year. Yeah, because 2020 I had plans, but then they all kind of like flew out the window, and well, it was 2020, so it's to be expected. But yeah, I definitely have other things I want to play around with, and personal projects as well that I want to do. So I'm looking forward to doing that and like evolving as I go. So I think that's it. Let me just check. I don't have a script. I just have a few like points that I want to like pop on. And yeah, oh, and one thing I just wanted to like show as well. It's also really nice to look back to see how you first started. So yes, I started with crochet, then I moved over to mixed media, mostly on canvas, very textured works. I might throw up a few photos of that as well. And now it's a bit more illustrative, more watercolor. I'm also like combining digital with my artwork as well. So with my artwork evolving, my business will evolve anyway, just because like the face of my art and the face of my business is changing slightly. So yeah, I hope that makes sense. I'm not too sure if I'm making any sense, to be honest. But yeah, I think I'm gonna call it done for now. I don't really have anything else to add. I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope I made sense and I didn't ramble too much. Let me know what you thought. If you have any like extra questions about anything I mentioned, feel free to ask me in the comments. I'll gladly answer any questions you have. And yeah, I think that's it. So if you enjoyed, please do give me a thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't already. Click that notification bell. I will be uploading every Friday around midday from now on. And yeah, thanks for watching or listening, should I say. And I think that's it. So I will see you guys next week for a process video. And yeah, I think that's it. So thanks for watching, and I will see you guys next week. Bye.